course, here is the translation in English. Have you ever wondered what the secret is to people who always bounce back from failure and continue to grow, while others give up easily? The answer may be hidden in a simple story from book Mindset: The New Psychology of Success by S. Dweck, Ph.D. Imagine a room full of cheerful children. They were all given a fairly easy puzzle, and all of them succeeded in solving it. Afterward, the magic began with a simple word of praise. The researchers divided them into two groups. The first group, let's call them the smart team, was praised for their talent. Wow, you did great. You must be very smart. The second group, the hard-working team, was applauded for their effort. Wow, you did great. You must have worked very hard. A seemingly trivial compliment. Yet it sowed the seeds for two very different destinies. Shortly after, the children were given a choice for their next task, an easy puzzle they knew they could solve, or a much harder one from which they might learn something new. What happened? The majority of children from the smart team chose the safe path. They were afraid to take a risk. For them, making a mistake could tarnish the smart label they had just received. A challenge was a threat. Conversely, almost all the children from the hard-working team enthusiastically chose the more difficult puzzle. Their eyes sparkled. To them, a challenge wasn't a threat, but an exciting adventure to train their brains and become better. The peak of the experiment came when all the children, without exception, were given a puzzle designed to be incredibly difficult. Here, the most dramatic difference emerged. The smart team quickly became frustrated. They sighed, gave up, and saw their failure as proof that they weren't smart after all. However, the hard-working team was an incredible sight to behold. They didn't give up. Instead, they worked even harder, tried various strategies, and even enjoyed the process. For them, failure wasn't a final verdict but valuable feedback. This story reveals two ways of looking at life. The smart team was trapped in a fixed mindset, believing that talent is innate and unchangeable. They lived to constantly prove themselves. Meanwhile, the hard-working team held a growth mindset, believing that abilities can be forged through dedication and hard work. They lived to develop themselves. This story teaches us that our greatest potential is not determined by our talent at birth, but by our belief in the power of effort and the magic of the phrase, "I can't do it yet." True growth begins when we dare to choose the harder challenge,